episode of Let's Get Spooky. I'm Leanna Vamp.
And I'm Ashley.
And this episode is all about
Christmas!
Christmas. Somebody's excited.
Yes! I think we should pop our hats on because it's Christmas.
Yeah. Well, we're going to see how this goes.
Well,
You have to balance your microphone.
I'm trying,
is a
bitch.
talent.
But have you put a hat on a hat and balance a microphone in your lap? Is that a rhyme? Should I write a rap song?
God. See, it
Yours
has
is shedding.
No, it's shedding and it's like in my eyes. So we tried these on earlier and it was a big old mess.
It was an Amazon fail.
Well, is this okay?
You look good.
Oh.
I look like Father Time.
Cameron said go this way. I don't think it matters.
I look like I'm about to tell your fortune.
I look equally stupid whether...
What if I go like this?
But now, no, that looks more stupid.
Now I look like I'm from...
It's a Santa hat turban. So this is one of those things that you get on Amazon and then you quickly realize you're like, what? Remember I sent you the picture.
It's like an Alibaba fail.
And you said, you're like, oh wow, those look really cute.
Yeah.
And the model's like really cute in her little candy cane
It was like a
bikini.
goth hat for Christmas.
Yeah. But then they came and...
It's like someone cut our bangs wrong.
You look cute because of your hat. I look like I have like a really bad like 80s hairdo in the front because my hair matches.
Look like you haven't washed your hair since like 1998.
You bitch. Earlier you said it looks cute.
Well, I
Liar.
lie.
Okay, well, it's hot, so we're going to keep these on as long as we can. And then also, because we're celebrating Christmas, we're going to do a special a bevy. But then we realize we have to do this holding microphones, so we might have to teamwork it.
What we can do is we can like scooch up into our bar.
Okay.
Our
and
accoutrement station.
You do show off our ingredients
We
here.
have almond breeze nog,
breeze.
located in the deli section apparently.
No. So the story earlier, I was like, okay, I'll get the eggnog before we film, so it's fresh. It's not sitting in the fridge and goes bad. So I go to the grocery store. I'm looking everywhere. I look where the milk is. I look where the eggs are because eggnog. I look in the holiday section, and then I go to the produce section. And there's the only worker, and I'm like, excuse me, sir, where's the eggnog? And he's like, I don't know.
It could have been in the toilet paper section, probably. At this point.
He was rude. So then he's like, go to the front, ask someone. So I asked someone, and then the teller or cashier, he's like, it's in the meat department. And I was like, okay, first of all, poor placement. Second of all, now I got to walk all the way to the other side. But I found it, and it's dairy free. So
we're gonna add some almond breeze nog, which I've never made this drink before. So this is gonna be.
Oh, you've never had eggnog?
This is like a creepy treat. No, I've had eggnog, but I haven't done it on camera.
I'm gonna be a good host. And then we have Kraken rum.
And then we have, which is our favorite, and then we have cinnamon, which I don't know what.
I can't see.
That consistency concerns me. Stop.
Okay, sorry, I can't see. Why does it concern you?
Because it's lumpy.
It's not. I shook it. Oh, it is a little lumpy.
She a thick boy.
And then
wait, this is concerning.
Well,
look at that color.
Oh, because you have to mix it. It's because we put ice in our cups because we wanted it to be cold. So I feel like it's just the water. We're not done yet.
We're not
we haven't
done
put
yet,
the alcohol
Cameron.
in. Okay, you pour the alcohol.
Oh, this is my favorite part. We're using this rum of the Kraken variety.
You're not gonna. Okay, just go.
Would
you like to measure?
No, I don't know.
I think more. That's good. That's a lot.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't look as good as it does in the photos. So mix because it's very separated. And we're mixing with the candy canes are melting as well. Oreo black and white candy canes.
This looks concerning.
It is not. I think you can't see mine.
This is supposed to be. Wait, this looks like poisonous.
It's because of the water from the ice.
What the fuck did we do with the cinnamon?
You pour. Yeah, you need to mix it. Look at yours. It's 2 colors.
I'm not a mixologist. I'm a designer.
Just stir vigorously, but don't knock it over.
Well, that's
we just put. It's like basically putting oil in water. But if you mix it enough, it'll taste blend.
Delicious.
Like mine looks like it's one color now.
Okay, mine does too. Okay,
and
now with the
sprinkle, but just don't be too generous.
I'll do yours first.
So if you mess up, you can do a little more. That's good. I can't actually see.
I can't even read.
Oh, it smells very spicy.
What do we do with this?
We cheers it.
Dink it.
And we say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And we try it.
It's not bad.
That's actually really good.
We done good.
You put a lot of alcohol in it though.
Let's get drunk.
Okay, hold on. Let me mix. Mix the cinnamon.
I need more cinnamon.
Ooh, mix the cinnamon. It's good. So very easy if you want to make this drink. You don't have to we use dairy-free eggnog because that's what we prefer, but you can use any sort of eggnog. Our our favorite rum, Kraken rum, and then just a little sprinkling of cinnamon.
And some ice.
And some, well, really you're not supposed to, ice I feel like messed up our situation a little bit.
And I like ice in my wine. So
okay. So we are satisfying your...
I'm satisfied with this.
You like it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this episode, the theme of this episode is all things Christmas. And of course, because we're Let's Get Spooky, it's spooky Christmas.
It's a twisty one because we're going to talk about the good and the bad and the ugly.
Are we?
The good and like the great and like the what the fuck.
And then the really shitty parts too.
Because we all have horrors of Christmas past.
Horrors?
Oh. Sorry, I got some nog in my congestion.
I was like, I don't personally
the nog
have horrors.
sticks to my
It's the one thing with this is the dairy-free version is a lot more runny.
This is dairy-free?
Yeah. I can't have dairy. Almond milk instead of regular milk. So the regular eggnog is the alcohol tends to blend a little bit better in the regular eggnog because it's thicker, but it is very like filling. It's not like you can't have a lot of these.
Interessante, por favor.
So where shall we begin?
I think we should start with because you grew up in California, so your Christmases were different than mine.
Yes, we didn't have like the typical like movie Christmas with the snow.
Oh, I did.
We didn't have any of that. We had like palm trees and usually it's
Did you feel
warm.
like that took away from it growing up?
No, because I didn't really know any better. Like I never had a winter Christmas, and to this day, I don't think I've ever had I've never had a Christmas, like snowy Christmas, because I've always been in California for them.
So I had Christmases that were snowy as shit until I was 21. And like, it was a whole thing where like, it would start snowing. It would literally start snowing around October. And it was kind of this thing where it was a race for me mentally, like for Halloween. I was like, I hope it doesn't snow because like we need to trick or treat.
Yeah.
And then as soon as November hit, it was like Snow City, bitch, like Rock City.
Snow City,
and so
bitch.
It was like ice storms and snow. And I just like remember having to like, decorate our house with the Christmas lights, but there was
in the snow.
But my dad made this like plywood Frosty the Snowman with his hand that was permanently up like this, and he had a spotlight coming out from his crotch, and so like when you were driving by, you just see like this blatantly crazy lit, like creepy snowman Frosty, like standing in front of our pool. So it wasn't even like.
Was
like,
the pool frozen?
The set design was not ideal.
Yeah, you're like the you now is like that was terrible.
But when it snowed, like it was beautiful because everything was covered, and you're like, oh, it's
Christmas. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, it was sloppy to deal with because you'd have to like drive in the ice. But like I always remember Christmas growing up, as like bizarre as our Christmases were, like it was always like a snowy, like it was a legitimate,
like a picture perfect Christmas.
Oh
yeah,
for sure.
I think I always dreamed about having that, but then realizing the other part of it where putting up the lights in the snow, going to like cut your own Christmas tree down, like all of those
things. We didn't cut shit. They cut it for us. We bought it.
But all of the things that you think of like traditional Christmas that we see in movies and stuff like that. And then when you actually think about like doing that in the snow where it's cold, I'm like, no, I'll take a warm, sunny California Christmas.
The nice chafing of a snow pant. And like you just feel like a gingerbread man because you can't move your arms. You're out and you're like, oh, I guess this is it. You get your boots from Kmart and you're like, yes, I am lit. I am a lit 9-year-old.
I do love the snow. I like going to the snow. I just don't like having to do anything important. Like if I'm just going for a vacation.
That sounds very privileged of you.
I love the snow when I'm like prepared and I know that I'm purposely going to the snow. Not I wake up and I'm snowed in and I have to deal with it.
Like you're going to go snowboarding or something.
But I'm terrible at snowboarding. I've only done it once before. And it's so terrible.
But yeah, coming out here. Or like, I guess going to Seattle and having it just be blatantly dark and cold, but
and
no
rainy,
snow.
Right?
But there was no snow. So you're just like, well, what the fuck, guys?
Yeah.
Like, and then you move here and it's like, it's not cold. It's like 65 degrees. But everyone's like, it's a chilly day. And I'm like,
it's so nippy outside. Yeah. To be fair, Southern California has been having like actual like what you can consider cold. Like we've been in the 40s
raining
and rainy. Like we're having a proper winter, which is people don't know what to do.
We're not meteorologists, but we sense a disturbance in the force.
Yeah, something is going on.
Something Mama Nature is not pleased with thyself. But
I need to move the candy cane every time it's turning my drink black.
Mine's getting congealed.
It's turning our drink like spookier. But it's also hitting me.
The key is to mix consistently.
But it hits
for
me in the
consistency
face every time.
That could also be a rap song.
What is our new rap? Congealed?
Mix consistency. I fucked it up.
We're moving on.
Never mind.
So when we were prepping for this episode, I was looking up, I was like, let's find some holiday horror stories. Not horror stories. And everything that I couldn't find anything. Like I wanted some legit
like shit setting on fire, like baby Jesus being
like crazy things happening.
Yeah.
Like baby Jesus.
And that's why I was just like, baby Jesus,
baby
crazy.
Jesus.
Somebody threw baby Jesus at Macy's. Crazy.
I mean, I know there's those stories are out there, but I feel like everything that I was finding was like clickbait.
Yeah.
And it had like this crazy 5 horror stories of the holidays, and you go to it and it was just like talking about movies. Yeah. And like, this isn't what I'm looking for.
So I think that like, cause most holiday horrors are like on Black Friday, and then everyone's just like, I don't know. I've never heard anything bad going on at Christmas other than like people accidentally lighting their trees on fire because of their own dumb shit.
Or like the turkey light starts a fire. Like but nothing like crazy. Like I was looking for horror.
Like people dying.
Yeah, like murder and all the crazy stuff. But or serial killers. I didn't really find anything. So
do you think it would be more convenient to kill someone on Christmas though?
Then on what is my other option?
Like if you, because like when you think about it, okay, if you're looking for like a horror story that happens on Christmas, do you think that if you were a murderer, do you think it'd be more convenient to kill someone on Christmas because people are distracted?
No, I feel like your headline, if you were a murderer and your murders were committed on Christmas, your headlines would be like grand. You would be all over the news. You'd be all over everything because it's like a huge holiday and you're going to get a lot of publicity. Yeah. But the act of actually doing it, think about it. It's when people have all their families over, so there's a lot more eyes on you. So I think getting away with it. What if you were a loner
though? What if you're twisted enough to do it in a Christmas manner? Like you wrap them in cellophane and put a bow on their head.
So you're like abducting them.
Yeah.
Like,
well, okay. I don't know. Like you're properly murdering someone as you would on any other day, but you make it Christmas.
So this went in a direction I wasn't expecting this episode, but I like it. So if you're a holiday,
we're writing our own movie right now. Essentially, we're not murderers. We're not like trying to. We're writing a movie.
But that's what the murderer would say, that they're not a murderer. But we're not murderers. Okay, so
this is our Black Christmas,
and that's going to be the best.
Yeah,
best Black Christmas. Okay, so it would be tough because you would have to abduct the person, meaning you would have to find someone that didn't have like their family over, because this is Christmas Day. It's on Christmas Day.
Could be Christmas Eve
or Christmas Eve. But either of those days, most people are with their families or with their friends or doing something or being jolly, drinking eggnog on a couch. I've
never been jolly.
We're jolly
in
right
my whole life. No, I'm not jolly right now. I'm content.
Wow. I got you a hat, made you a fancy eggnog drink, and just content. Dang it.
Yeah, but watch me take the shot and then I'll be jolly.
So I think that you would be notorious if you were like the Christmas killer. It has a good name to it, Christmas killer.
Yeah.
And I could appreciate like a really psychotic murderer and they wrap him under the tree and then they like open presents and then they open the person up.
I think it'd be so cool. But then they put the body in the chimney.
I'm learning a lot about you in this episode.
I'm just thinking about like, how could someone, because like I was talking to you about this earlier, like when you think about Christmas, you think about like Hallmark movies and how like sappy they are. And then like people try to do like fucked up Christmas movies. But I'm just like, what if they really did like a murder?
Like an actual,
like
not the typical.
Gritty. Yeah.
Well, before we started filming, we were actually watching Krampus on TV. I think it's on Amazon. And it's like one of my favorite. That and Gremlins are like really the only two like bigger, I would say, Christmas horror films. There's tons of like the really low budget ones, but those are like two well-known ones. And the Krampus one I love because the beginning starts off as kind of like you're talking about the Black Friday thing. Everyone's running in to get the Christmas gifts. Yeah. The whole premise of it is like people forgetting what Christmas is really about and focusing on giving gifts and impressing other people and like that's not what it's about. But you see that all at the beginning and you see what people turn into when they forget the meaning of something. But I love the film just because it's shot beautifully. Krampus, or as they say, Krampus. Looks amazing in it. And it got me in the spirit. So
yeah, Krampus gets me in the spirit because I feel like,
well, you have a thing for him. I feel like you're making oohs and ahs every time you came on the screen.
Well, it's also because I love Chewbacca. No, but because like for me, I've had a fascination with the tradition because I grew up in like obviously in Catholic school and stuff, and they like just really shoved the whole Christmas thing down my throat. And I was like, oh, no matter what, I'll celebrate Christmas. But like when I was introduced to the holiday, which is based in, it's like Austrian and German, so it's a little bit of both. But I like the idea because it's like the counteracting, you know, character of Saint Nicholas, where Saint Nicholas is like the one that like brings you presents and shit.
He's jolly,
and then like
happy.
Krampus is like the one that like throws your kid in a cage if he's a shithead.
Yeah, and which I feel is a great thing. Like
I think it's discipline that we need.
It is.
Frankly.
I'm wearing a Krampus sweater, and at some point I'll show you the back, but it has Krampus with the sack, and the kids are in it because. I am going to be 100% honest. I think that that children should live with just a tiny bit of fear of like discipline. Like you shouldn't just run amok. There should be a little bit of fear of knowing that if you're bad, something bad is going to happen to you, or you're going to be disciplined.
Put in a sack.
Yeah,
instead of your presents. Because no one ever talks about what happens when you're in the naughty list. They're like, you're going to get coal. And I'm like, maybe they need coal for paperweights. Like, what if they want that?
Yeah,
like, what is the actual repercussion of your bullshit as a child?
Well, we used to say, like, if you're bad, you're going to get coal. And then our mom or, like, our relatives would give us the coal that was chocolates. And I was like, oh, that's not so bad. I didn't even get that. We didn't get real coal. Like, who has real coal? But yeah, I totally love that. Like, when I was younger, we didn't really get the story of Krampus.
I didn't at all. I had to Google it.
I didn't learn until I was like old enough to kind of figure it out myself. Like
I figured it out when I was like 17, and like I remember I was working in retail, and there was like it was Forever 21. And there was a Krampus sweater. I was like, "What the fuck is this? Who is this?" I was like, "Who is this horn demon? Very attractive horn demon." And
I love him.
They were like, "Google him," and I was like, "Oh shit."
But why is he carrying around children?
I just really, I dig it. Like, I feel like, because they have the Krampus run. Like,
we were just talking about like, it's cool.
Well, the Krampus run is actually like it's a historical thing. Like, they do it in, you know, Europe and stuff. It's not just like, because they do it in LA, but it's an actual thing.
They say run, but it's more like a parade. It's like a walk. Yeah. Because really, when you see them in those outfits, like nobody's running because you're very big. You have a bag.
They're gallivanting.
You have a sack with like, usually, hopefully not real children. Usually they have dolls back there. Yeah. But it's very heavy. So I don't see the whole lot of running. We did the Krampus ball a couple years ago, which was really fun. And like all the Krampuses. Crampies?
Crump fam.
Because
it's Krampus. I say cramp like I have period cramps, but it's Krampus.
It's Krampus.
Yeah.
The German lady in Krampus says Krampus. So they had them all walking around, and like the really good ones had the little like, because it's usually like a basket, like a wicker kind of basket with the kids, and they have the bells and the horns. Like it was a whole thing. It was really cool. I much prefer that over Santa.
I love gifts. Guys,
but I love presents.
I love prezzies, but I love fear.
Yeah,
which is why we like horror. Which is probably why we like
horror.
Krampus.
Horror.
So
I'm usually a little bit of an Ebenezer Scrooge when Christmas first starts because I'm still really pissed off that Halloween's over.
Yeah, and then you get that middleman of Thanksgiving. You're like, well, no,
nobody cares about Thanksgiving. Like, I appreciate Thanksgiving. Nobody cares about it.
We love a good stuffing.
November 1st is like Halloween has never happened, and everything like Christmas threw up on everything, which is fine. I get it. I do love Christmas, but I need like a good like 2 weeks before I'm like.
We need a mourning period
before I put my holiday sweater on and
when
my
pumpkin
stupid sock
spice
hat.
leaves Starbucks. I'm like, fuck y'all.
Yeah. Well, we have eggnog and Kraken, so this is actually better than pumpkin spice, if you ask me.
But this would be a $20 drink at Starbucks.
It's true. We make it better.
But I've been choking on that.
Did you put more rum in it?
No.
Oh.
Put it in my little cup.
So Krampus, Cameron's laughing at you. The other Christmas movie that I love, well, it's Gremlins, but it's a Christmas movie.
It is.
Because I love them. So I have a little Gizmo up on the shelf over there. So damn cute.
Is Gizmo cuter than Baby Yoda?
I knew you were going to say that. So, I mean, I love Baby Yoda. He's really cute, but Gizmo is like the OG. Look at his little face. Cameron, can you give him to us? He's behind your head.
He copied Baby Yoda from Baby Yoda.
No.
So if you've seen all the memes and like the ears
if you've
are
watched The Mandalorian.
Yeah, but I mean,
he's so cute.
He's really cute.
You would have to, but like did Yoda not become?
Gizmo and turned him green.
Yeah,
No,
look,
but-
get a Gizmo.
no,
Get him for me.
But did
Can you hand him to
Yoda
me? He's
come
ignoring me.
before Gizmo? Because Yoda would have to be a baby,
Yeah, but-
and they would have to design a baby.
But Baby Yoda wasn't designed like when the Star Wars movies first came out. And if they say that it was, I call bullshit.
Baby Yoda makes me weak. I almost said something else.
He makes you what, weep?
No, something else with a W. But
Ew.
I'm just kidding.
No, he's a baby.
No.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Baby Yoda makes me weep.
I mean,
Not wet. Is that what you?
you said it starts with a W. No, there's drink. Don't throw it.
I was gonna say weak, not wet.
Look at that catch. Look at how cute he is.
I don't think he's that cute.
He says Bradley.
I don't like him.
No? She said she doesn't. Don't listen to her. You're adorable. He looks at me sideways, so I have to hold him over here to make eye contact.
No, Baby Yoda's bae. Like, and his relationship with Mando makes me like, I'm like, I want a daddy. Shit.
Well, I do have to say that I am living for Baby Yoda in The Mandalorian. I do enjoy it very much, but once like Baby Yoda got introduced, like I don't care what's happening. It doesn't matter. I'm just
Yoda
waiting
show.
for the next scene that Baby Yoda comes like out in, and he's so damn cute. And I hope that
He's what I want for Christmas. Put it that way.
Oh, I think that he's what a lot of people want for Christmas, and I think Disney
He's what we
really
deserve.
messed up because if the Baby Yoda merch was everywhere, like,
Yeah, I know they have a Funko, and I know they're like making a
Yeah, but a
plushie.
Funko's plastic.
I
He's
know
not
you can't.
cute.
You can't caress him in the night.
We're gonna
like you
put
wanna
Gizmo up
you wanna
here.
cuddle Baby Yoda.
I still love you more, Gizmo.
Fuck off, Gizmo.
Rude,
Ah.
rude.
This nog is getting stuck in my throat. I feel like this whole podcast is gonna not podcast.
Is gonna. You need to mix
It's
your
gonna
nog.
be me. No, I'm gonna mix it with my mind because I'm of the Force.
You need to drink more.
Since going to Disneyland, I have the Force in me, and it's swirling vigorously.
The candy cane is not a good. I would stick with the
That's why I'm
cinnamon
not-
sticks. The candy cane is not making it.
Or a straight out fork if we want to get ratchet.
Yeah. Do you need nothing? You can mix
No,
the closed
look
candy
at
cane.
this. Look at this
No, you
texture.
just keep gyrating that.
I'm
glass.
like a NutriBullet of the wrist.
The slowest NutriBullet ever.
No,
What?
see, look at now.
What is your? Okay, can we circle back to the Hallmark thing because you brought it up, and I meant to mention that I feel like the Hallmark Christmas movies are like the true horror movies because
Yeah.
it's like
It's so sappy that it makes me want to
what?
weep.
So I'm
And
I have
not
mixed
in the way
feelings.
that Baby
Yeah, I
Yoda
was
makes
like
me weep.
not a happy weep.
There's
it's
a
like
happy
sad
weep and there's a sad weep.
I feel like
Have we ever watched a good Hallmark movie?
no. I mean,
I think
it depends on what your definition of good
Mario
is.
Lopez is like in a lot of them, and it's kind of weird.
I
'cause
feel like
he's-
all of my like childhood, like Sabrina the Teenage Witch did the people from Full House.
I
did,
used to watch like what was that fucking thing with the Heatmeister
what?
with Rudolph? Remember that they were like little puppet guys,
Oh, the
like Rudolph.
the what is Rudolph's the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
like
the
that was
claymation,
the shit that I watched. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't watch
or like Charlie
Hallmark.
Brown, or
Yeah.
well, as a
It was-
kid, Hallmark movies are like this is what happens in a Hallmark movie. It's Christmas time. There's two people. They love each other. Something gets in the way of their love, and then they overcome the challenge.
Probably
and
a
then-
snowstorm.
But then either they're getting married or they reunite on Christmas Eve, and like
And then all
everything
things go
is
good.
well.
And then a ring pops out and, they're
someone's
like, marry
getting
me.
married.
And you're like, oh my God. And the snow starts falling and you
Yeah.
know it's fake and it's made of soap and you
Yeah.
don't want to say it because you know production, but you know it's soap. And then you're like, oh, it's cute. And
There's
you're
lots
like,
of red velvet,
and then you just like take a pill and you go to sleep because you don't want to deal with it.
and you're like, this is something that will never
And you're
happen
like,
in my
you know
life.
what? Love isn't real sometimes. We
Well-
just want to see some horror movies.
Yeah, can someone like that Hallmark Christmas horror movie? We write it. It'll be the best. You'll get the best
We'll-
ratings ever.
We'll have the biggest plot twist and it'll probably involve a dead body in a chimney. But
They reunite at Christmas and they're like, let's open presents, and then
and
the
the family
Christmas serial
reunites
killer.
because they find the killer.
Yes. And they
Hire us.
unwrap one of their relatives,
Yeah.
long lost relatives,
Yeah.
that went out for pumpkin pie and never came back.
They're like, Jimmy, what's in this big box? Is it Father Time? No, it's your Uncle Bob. And he's not breathing. As you do.
He did. Everything's taking such a dark turn. Everyone
It's
is
this
probably
green
like,
lighting. I feel like I'm Shrek inside
I
and
know.
I have some
I think
angst.
I'm gonna take my hat off because it's very like hot. Oh my god.
It's like a stocking.
So if you're looking for I'm calling you out, Amazon, if you're looking for the what did I Google search?
Goth hats. Goth.
I think
hats?
I did like goth Christmas hat, and this one comes up, and the really hot chick with the candy cane bra is wearing it.
You could make a puppet out of this.
This is what you're gonna get, so don't be fooled.
Oh wait, we could make some tassels.
Oh, it does make it. It's very soft feeling, but
it
doesn't.
doesn't. 2
I
stars.
think if you're blonde, it'll look good because otherwise, I look like I have a Muppet headband on. It's not flattering. So we're moving on from the hats. Get out of here.
We're moving on.
So what is your? I was gonna say favorite, but what was your best Christmas gift given or received?
Ooh. Ever?
Like ever that you remember? This is hard because I know like there's when you were a little kid, like you wanted a bike.
None of it was in my adolescent
Childhood?
age. It was literally last year.
What was it?
I gave myself my new apartment and I gave myself 4 days off, and that was the first 4 days off I had in 2 years, and then I haven't had 4 days off since. And that was a gift.
I would say that mine was also given to myself, and it was when Cameron and I got Disneyland passes, which was when we were first together, so 13 years ago. I got us Disneyland passes for Christmas, and I remember them being, which is crazy, it was like for the year, and it wasn't the top one, it was the one right below, and it was like $400, and I think that might have been more than it was for the entire year.
Yeah.
And now that's like more expensive than the cheapest pass now.
Yeah, no, I just got my pass, as you know, like last week. And like, that was a big thing for me where I was like, I can go all the time. And they were like, yes, you can. You just buy this pass. And I was like, what? Like, cause I knew there was a pass, but I was like, I don't want to pay like $100 a month.
Well, you also have to be a resident. So you're new-ish
and
to
I still
California.
have a Washington license. So I was nervous as shit.
Did they give...
They got my address.
Oh, okay.
Good. But I was just like, oh my God, not only do I have a wig on, not only do I not look like I live in the state, but I was drenched in rain when they took my photo for my fucking license. So I look like a criminal.
I thought you were going to say when your Disney pass, because when they take your
they took it too. I looked fly. That was good.
When they take it, so it's kind of like the DMV. So they take your picture, but then when you renew your pass, so like next year when you renew it, you don't get a new photo. They just like basically transfer over your pass to the same card.
So I have to wear that wig all the time.
So you can only wear that same wig every time you go.
Son of a bitch.
So I have the same photo, and I feel like ours was a rainy day because I feel like I looked like my hair was frizzy like a wet rat. I had a hat on, and I just looked really silly. So every time you go, they scan your thing, and it shows up on the screen. Every time I'm like, oh God.
Oh no. That's me every time someone cards me at a bar, and I'm like, wow, this is happening a lot lately. Am I drinking too much, or am I just really
You're just being aware of it. But I'm always wearing a hat, so I feel like as long as I'm wearing the hat, they know. But honestly, I think if I gave you my pass and you went in with it and you were wearing a hat, they would just let you in.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like there's very
We're
much
in Omosh,
security.
the band, so we're good. But yeah, that is a good gift because it's like that's the happiest place on earth.
It is. I was just trying to say the gift of Christmas, and I mixed it with Disney, and I said the gift of Christmas.
Crispy boy, Christmas.
Christmas. I do have to say that Disneyland is like such an escape from reality. Like every time we go there, I literally become a child again, and I forget everything.
I was crying.
You would literally because
I went to the
Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, Galaxy's Edge made me, and I contemplated wearing 2 pairs of pants. I didn't know what was gonna happen.
If you shit your pants, you had replacement pants.
No, I wasn't gonna shit my pants. I'd probably like
your pants?
Squeak a little pee, but. Which I've never done in public ever, but I was like, if anything's gonna happen in that scenario, it would happen here. And like, not only that, like we walked in and then they were
Which way did you go in? Did you go in the way where you
where
go
the
to see
Millennium
Kylo?
Falcon was.
So you went to the.
And they were doing the thing where they had Kylo, and then they had the 2 stormtroopers, and the guy who was getting choked. And I was like, yes, queen. And then the 2 stormtroopers started coming out, and they were like assessing people, and I was really sad because they didn't look at me, and I was like, well, what? I dressed up for you. So then we start walking around, and then I turn around and I start filming, and they're right there, and they're like, we're going to take you. And I was like, yes, go ahead. Take me. I was like, take me to your dungeon. I don't care. Like, fucking destroy me. And I couldn't see Kylo, and I was like, I wanted Kylo, but like,
but really Kylo Ren's a big
Kylo
crybaby,
was probably
so you don't really
taking a break.
Him.
But I was just like so enamored by the atmosphere they make because they have the sounds of the ships flying, and I was like
the smoke and everything.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God, because I didn't do anything for Thanksgiving, but I was like, that's the best gift I've ever gotten in my life is like going to Star Wars land. And it's simple, but it's like cute.
It is. to me, what's fascinating is like I've been to Disneyland a million times before, and everyone had talked about like how immersive the land is. And you don't really think about it when you first walk in, but then once you're there for a while and then you leave, you literally forget you're in Disneyland. Like everything, the food, the drinks, everything is like on planet, you know?
Yeah.
And they do such a good job. The one thing that my only disappointment is it's a lot smaller than I anticipated it being.
Isn't the Orlando one bigger?
No, I think it's not very much bigger. They're pretty much identical. Like it's a carbon copy at both parks. Orlando did get what's the new ride called, Cameron? Do you remember? Rise of the Resistance. I think Rise of the Resistance is what it's called. They just opened it in Orlando and we don't get it till January.
February now.
February?
That's what I heard.
Oh, I was hoping we could do a
but
birthday
their merch is lit. Like they did a good job, and it's hard to be like, yeah, like I wish it was bigger, but like with what they did, like I know like from like, you know, architecturally as like what they had to do in the time span, it's like they fucking did a good job.
Well, and they also only like, if you think about it, they have the space that they have, you know, it's not like they can like grow more land. Like it is what it is. I think it's really cool. Did you go into the cantina?
Yeah, I did.
So cool.
I also
What drink did you get?
I got the little one. It was like the jet juice or something. I got 2 jet juices.
I think I've only had, is it the Yub Nub?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
The jet juice, like everyone gets these like cool little cup, but the jet juice is super small because it's super strong. So it kind of looks like like
it doesn't have any. It doesn't do anything.
Have any things in it. It's just like a fucking liquid, and you're like, okay, guess I'll die today.
Mine was just the Yub Nub was just in like I even forget what alcohol it was, but it was in a like tiki cup with a little oh my god, Ewoks on it.
Yeah.
But I didn't try anything else. We just had one, and we went to the cantina in Orlando, and they were pretty like you had the set amount of time because they were busy, so we didn't get to hang
we
out
didn't have
forever.
a set amount of time, but I knew it was kind of like set amount of drinks where they're like you kind of shouldn't drink more than 2.
Well, the one thing that only thing I don't did you hear that in my throat? I like a frog in my throat. The only thing I don't like is everything's pre-mixed. So it's like it comes from a tap. They're
it's
not
so crazy.
Yeah, they're not like
I
mixing
noticed that.
anything.
It's weird. And I didn't hate it, but like I mean, this is really going down the rabbit hole, but I actually like found this brand that like makes these like pre-made cocktails in little jugs. And like I don't trust that shit, and like it actually tastes legit. Like they do like old fashions, like
it's like the margarita mix,
like,
where it's already
like
done and you just pour it in over ice.
Yeah, but it's actually really good. So like I get it. If they perfected it, then like fucking put it out of the slushy machine. But it is like you think like a bartender would like have the skills to be like
right. But, I think it's a control thing, like alcohol control thing that they're not giving over pouring or anything. I get it. I just prefer a heavy hand.
Yeah, me too.
So we can get a little bit more tasty treats in there.
Tasty.
Okay, so best Christmas gift, both of us gifted. Well, I gifted to myself and my husband.
Yeah, it was
sharing is caring. Worst Christmas gift given. Worst Christmas gift given
18
and
years of bad gifts for
being given or received.
I've never given a bad gift. I'm very susceptible to people's needs, and I actually give.
Do you think you would know if you did? Would they tell you, or would
they would
be
tell
like,
me? But I'm so fucking laser focused on people's needs that I overgive, and it actually makes people annoying. Stop bugging me, people.
Don't you know we're doing something right now?
But it's like
so received them.
I've received shit multiple years, and
literal shit.
I can say this with confidence.
What did you receive that was shitty?
No, so like basically, and this is like a common, like it's known where like in my family, like, you know, like there were certain sides of the family that gave shittier gifts. And so I would get weird
everybody
shit.
has that.
Like I would, like, you know, when you get a regift, like you would get something like a fleece vest in an adult petite 2X, and you're not an adult petite 2X.
And it's like your least favorite color.
Yeah.
And it still says too sandy
and
on
it's
it.
orange, and they know you don't wear orange, and you're like, oh, that's not mine. You didn't buy that for me, but now I have it. Thank you. So there was shit like that.
We all have family members that are like, and I think that a lot of the times they don't know you enough to know what you would like.
That's what gift cards are for.
Right? That's
give me
what I'm
some
saying.
Dunkin's cards.
I would rather just give me $20 or just give me nothing and give me a cookie.
Yeah.
Like
give me a cookie, guys. Give me a fucking
cookie.
Yeah. spooky. No, it's just I just had like many years of like what the fucks, like a fish tank with like those fish tanks that like had the fake fish and they like have the tail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like a fish tank with a fish in it, and like
were you a
like
child
a porcelain?
or
No, I was like a fucking full grown 14-year-old.
Oh,
and I'm like, what is this shit?
like for a 5-year-old, I'd be like, that's pretty cool. Like you would be excited.
Yeah. And it's from like not like from immediate family. Like this was like a separate side of the family. You're like, oh,
you're like extended relatives.
Like kind of sort of like the ones that we just didn't see that often.
Yeah,
And we
like
see
you only see them on
and
Christmas.
you're like, they really don't know what I want, but I want a Lego set.
Yeah.
So fuck you guys.
And this orange fleece vest.
I want some Legos.
Is not doing it. I agree. I had the side of the family. Also, this side of the family is from another country, so there's also the that element of like not really knowing what's hip or thinking they know what's hip, but it's actually not hip. So there was a lot of like mostly sweaters. Usually they were like that. I don't know what you call it. It's not fleece, but it's like where it looks like hair almost. You know what I'm talking about? It's like soft, but it's like fuzzy.
No,
it looks a little like a Muppet. I don't know the material, but
it
was
fuck. I know what that is.
And it's like gets in your eyes and it's itchy. It was that always, and they were always like baby blue or pink. Like have you this I'm wearing red. This is like the farthest I go down the color rainbow. And I don't wear baby pink and I don't wear baby blue. But I had lots of colored
What's
sweaters.
that shit called? I know it. It's like
it's not chenille. I like how Cameron is
Angora.
knows
No,
Angora
is nice. It's like not Charmin. That's toilet paper.
Chenille is the one that feels really soft.
I thought it was
chenille. Chenille. Maybe it's Angora. Cameron's Googling what the fabric is. We'll continue on, but you do the Google search.
Angora is expensive. This is a cheap motherfucker.
It was like you get it at TJ Maxx or Ross. So I don't think that it was expensive.
It was like not.
Or it was, and it had like a defect, like the armhole was sewn on backwards, and they got it for cheap. Regardless, we always had like the Goodwill bag, which is terrible. Sorry, relatives, but it was ugly, and I wasn't going to wear it.
We've grown from these experiences,
so we would gift it, and we would Goodwill it. So at least someone likes the itchy baby blue or baby pink sweater. So it went to.
It's a boy. It's a girl.
Yeah, I don't. It wasn't
like
for me.
A very large baby is now wearing your sweaters.
They're like, so creepy. So yeah, worst. That was probably the worst are those. When you don't know what to get someone, you're like at CVS or Rite Aid.
Get them a fruitcake.
Worse than fruitcake. Those like really bad. Yes. What is that?
Mohair.
Don't ever
have no hair than mohair.
Don't get a mohair sweater. It's itchy and it like it's like my hat. Like I'm still pulling pieces of that furry hat out of my eyelashes.
That ain't mohair. That is plastic motherfucking bullshit.
That is Amazon. Oh, it wasn't that then.
That was plastic rabbits. So
no.
It's like synthetic shit.
Oh yeah, it was faux mohair. It was faux ugly.
Hair.
It was faux hair ugly. So those like gift baskets that have like the soap and the body wash and like the loofah in them.
I love those.
Those are like the worst. Those are like nobody wants those.
You don't want those as a child, but now as like someone who does not barely handle self-care very well and needs the time, I want a loofah and a soap.
But okay, well I know what I'm getting you for Christmas. I'm gonna re-gift you all those baskets I have in the garage.
Yes. I still have cotton candy in my apartment. I'll just re-gift that to you because we're just to use it.
We got candy corn colored cotton candy. We went to Home Goods around Halloween time, and I was like, I'm gonna buy these, but I don't want to take them. I don't want to. I wasn't going home.
I stole them,
and I was like, Ashley,
for many months.
You take them, and the next time
we do that
film,
in July.
Yeah, bring them over, and we can eat because it'll be Halloween time, and we forgot.
Well, I have them.
We can do it.
It's probably crystallized by now.
It is. It's probably like a one rock
next year. But every day is Halloween, so it doesn't give.
We'll eat it at some point, and it's probably gonna lose the coloring. It's gonna be like all faded. It's fine.
It's fine.
So worst was the ugly sweaters, or like just the things where you like don't. I guess a note to people that are trying to gift something to someone that you don't really know.
Don't give anyone a sweater or a fleece. Or we are not shopping for the Outback.
Especially in California. It doesn't get really cold enough for a sweater, for a mohair sweater or fleece. Just give them a gift card. Amazon gift cards are like, you can do no wrong with Amazon gift cards.
We love gift cards. Did you ever have like, because I remember this prolifically, like when you would go to like a family thing for Christmas and there'd always be one like weird dish that you're like, ooh, like it's taboo, where you're like, you got to eat it because like Auntie Bob.
Yeah.
Auntie Bobby.
Auntie Bobby.
Auntie
It's
Bob
a very
made it.
mixed family.
Like, was there ever any like weird? Because you said like you have like different like.
Yeah, I have half Middle Eastern and I'm half that's the same thing. I'm half Lebanese and I'm half Mexican. So I had my Mexican side of the family and my Lebanese side of the family. So the Middle Eastern side always had like weird desserts to other people. To me, they were totally normal. Like when Cameron would first come over for the holidays, he would like go to the dessert table and just look at stuff and be like,
that's the thing. It was always the desserts. Like for me, I remember the shit, and I wouldn't even call it a food. It was called Christmas pudding. And I was like,
oh no.
it is nasty. And so from
What's in Christmas pudding?
From what I can remember, it is like pineapple juice, marshmallows.
In pudding?
And cherries and whipped cream. And you
inside whipped cream?
Yeah. And you do,
that's not pudding.
You just fucking, no shit. It looks like the Michelin Man
because
vomited.
Whipped cream gets like melty.
It's white. It's white shit. Then they mix it up. You put it in the fridge. And like people enjoy it or something. Like apparently
pineapple juice, whipped cream. What did you say? Cherries and
marshmallows.
I mean, it sounds like it would be just a lot of sugar.
It sounds like a bowl of toppings. Like that's like how you get fat and die.
And not really pudding.
No. This was a whole thing in my family. It was like, well, it's Christmas pudding season. I was like, this is like a heart attack in a fucking shitty Tupperware.
Yeah,
like,
diabetes in a bowl. So my Middle Eastern side, we always had, they'd always cook a lamb, and I don't care for lamb. I always felt really bad. I didn't eat it. Rude. Poor baby. So they would have that. It was a lot of meat dishes, a lot of rice, and then the desserts. I love everything. So I wouldn't say there was anything that was ever weird. I remember, and I don't know who it was, if it was my aunt or someone on my mom's side, the Mexican side, there was always this green like Jello.
There's always a green Jello.
The green Jello that has all the stuff in it, like the fruit and whatever. But then it was like creamy looking. It wasn't like clear Jello. So maybe they put like, what do they put? Like whipped topping and mix it in?
They put some nog in it.
I don't know, but
I did some dairy free because I would have made it congealed.
Yeah, and I don't really care for like gelatin things. Like when you hit it and it jiggles around, it's like not my favorite.
It's like what my butt does.
Is it green and milky? Because that would be a problem. I would say you need to see a doctor.
Well, with this lighting, yes.
So yeah, I wouldn't say there was anything that was like ever weird, but both sides of my family were all creatures of habit. So there wasn't ever anything like, unless it was a newcomer that was bringing something, it was like if my mom didn't make the cranberry sauce the way she makes the cranberry sauce, like this past Thanksgiving, she forgot to put the olives in the stuffing. And Cameron and I were like serving our stuffing, and we both were sitting at the dinner table.
Like, what the fuck?
We did. We looked at each other and we're like, where are the fucking olives?
Start the car.
I went to my mom. I was like, Mom, did you forget something in the stuffing? And she's like, I thought nobody would notice. I'm like, the black olives? Are you joking? She's like, yeah,
That's
I forgot.
the centerpiece of the whole meal.
Sorry.
I'm pretty sure I know what you were talking about. It's ambrosia salad.
Yes.
Right?
Oh wait, I like that
That's
stuff.
I'm sure that's what you're talking
Yeah.
Cameron's mom makes that. It's good. And it has.
about. Christmas pudding?
I don't enjoy it. Yeah.
I mean, what's in it? Because it doesn't usually have like coconut on the top.
Cocktail, like coconut, marshmallows. Like
Yeah.
Oh, I
It's
like
a
that
weird
stuff.
Not as a 7-year-old. I fucking hated it.
I'm gonna make you ambrosia salad.
Pineapple,
Yep.
mandarin oranges, orange sucks and bitters.
We didn't
That
use
sounds-
oranges
You just we're having it wrong.
or a coconut.
I'll make it for you, and then we'll try it.
Creepy treat.
Creepy treat. What else do we have for? Oh my! Where did my notes go?
I don't know, but I feel like we're at the point because we're time-wise, we should probably create our next explosion, which was the fact that we bought each other Christmas gifts.
We did,
Which is actually a creepy treat because we set a limit. Like we
have rules.
We have
go over the
rules.
rules.
So the rules were, because I do this every year, where like I have a white elephant party with like people that I'm close to, where like we just buy each other weird shit. Like it's not anything that pertains to anyone, and everyone just gets a random gift. And so I was like, let's do something like it's a $5 max, and it's just like weird shit. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a box of Band-Aids.
Isn't the history of like the white elephant thing? Isn't it supposed to be like you're supposed to regift? Is usually the premise like
I don't
you gift
know
something that you already have?
I think you could, but like for our millennial age,
It's more like a
we have
gift
so many.
exchange.
Yeah, it's just like we have so much weird shit at our fingertips. So I
She suggests-
I look out specifically for weird things, and I'm like, I'm going to give this to someone weird.
So we set some guidelines. So we figured, well, I think this was just your way to forego having to eat bugs. Because she was like,
it was.
So we're texting. She's like, so instead of creepy treats, can we do like a gift exchange?
Because I'm over creepy treats.
And the only rule was creepy gifts. No bugs. So we did set guidelines. Whether or not we both, I guess, adhere or followed the guidelines, we roughly did.
But here's the thing. I want to see how well you can guess. Like we're gonna guess each other's things. Okay.
So we're gonna play a game. Hold on, we're gonna reach for them. Mine's down here.
Hold my bag. And mine is shit.
What?
It's attached to my microphone.
Hold on. This is very hard. We shouldn't have put them under the table. So I didn't have any Christmas wrapping.
Which is
so
fine.
I have a mummy with Google eyes.
Honestly, I don't know. This bag was in my closet and I don't remember buying it. I'm very confused. I don't know how it wound up in my house.
The Christmas murderer came and put it in your closet.
In this bag.
Don't dump it out.
No, I'm going to put it on my head.
Okay.
And you have to guess what it is from a series of questions. And we will narrow
ask you questions?
Yep. You have to ask me, like, is it an object? Is it a food?
Well, I hope it's something. Is there something
in the bag? It is a thing wrapped in a thing. So we'll guess the main thing and you'll guess the wrapping.
Okay. So is this thing... Sorry, I have to burp. Nope, I don't.
And you'll never guess, but we'll try this.
She's like, we're going to play the guessing game.
We're going to play the game, but you're going to lose. You're going to lose. Merry Christmas.
Is it something that I would put on my body?
No. Well, you could, but you'd be very strange for doing that.
Okay. Is it something that I could ingest?
No.
So I can't wear it. I can't eat it. Is it something that is Halloween related?
It could be.
You're being very vague. This is not helping me.
It could be, but no. It's geared towards Christmas.
Is it a baby Krampus? Krampus.
It's a baby, but not a Krampus.
It's a baby, but not a Krampus.
It's baby related.
Is it a baby Jesus?
No.
Can I put him in a manger?
No. You could put this in a manger if you wanted to, but I would not recommend it.
Is it a baby Yoda that you made out of clay?
No.
And you put hair on it and you made him a jacket?
No, I didn't
he didn't have hair. You didn't make it. But it's a baby.
It's a baby-like
I could put
thing.
it in a manger. It's a baby-like thing. Is a baby-like thing or a baby-shaped thing?
It's a
People listening to this
it can take the form. It's a shape that a baby would have connected to it.
What? Is it a baby? Like my mind went somewhere really dark, and I'm not going to say it out loud.
Go there.
No,
because I bought it.
Is it a baby? Is it a keychain?
Close. You
Is
can
it a baby?
You can hang it on things. It's Christmas related.
It's an ornament.
Yes.
It's a baby poop diaper.
Nope.
I don't know what else. Give me a hint.
It's part of a baby. It's part of a baby.
Head of a baby.
Not a head.
It's an arm.
Nope.
It's a baby butt.
No.
It's fucking, I know what you're trying to make me say.
It's not a dick.
Is it a baby foot? Baby leg?
Yes, baby leg.
It's a baby leg ornament.
And it's wrapped in something.
It's wrapped in
some. Nope. It's medical.
It's wrapped in gauze.
Nope.
Why are you crying?
I'm laughing so hard.
It's a baby leg ornament wrapped in a Band-Aid.
No, I'm crying.
When do I stop guessing it to open it?
It's a medical.
Face mask.
It's a medical
latex glove.
Output. It's a medical output.
What is a medical output?
Like you go and get something done, and then you get the results.
X-ray.
Yes.
What?
Open it. It's a baby leg wrapped in an X-ray.
Oh my god. Where did you get an X-ray?
I got an
from?
X-ray. There's an oddity shop near my house. So
what is the X-ray of?
It's of a head. And you can't get that. It's a real head. It's from the 1920s.
Oh, wow. That's super cool. Do we know whose head it is? Does it have their name on it?
He never told me. He found
Roberts.
it. He found it in an abandoned asylum or something.
His name is, I can see it. Hold on, if I hold it up to the light. Novia. I think it's a girl, right?
Sure, maybe.
Novia Roberts. I have your X-ray. If you're dead, thank you very much. If you're alive, thank you very much.
And I
didn't get the gift yet. Oh, it's right here.
It's right there. It's in your lap, beach. It's a baby leg. It's a chubby one too.
I love it. You know what's funny is I made microphone stands, and then I found these really cool like baby heads it was like a flea market, and then we made too many microphone stands, so I just used the stands to put the baby heads on. So I'll hang this.
Yes. Well, I figured you might have a tree like a proper adult. So you can hang on that too.
We have a black Christmas tree. We just haven't put it up yet. So I'll put
a white leg on a black Christmas
ceramic.
It's someone made it. It was made in
made in
Alabama.
Someone handcrafted it. It still has a tag on it. I love it.
Bitch, because I bought it. I didn't make that leg.
Okay, you totally. She was like, "There's a price limit. It's $5.99, $15.99."
I couldn't get it off the thing. I didn't get it off in time.
This is really cool. I love it. Thank you so much. Okay, I don't want to. I'm gonna put my baby leg in the shot glass. Liquor? It's empty. I just want it to break.
Okay.
Okay, your turn. You're never going to guess.
Am I going to put this on my head too?
Oh, wait. I told it on my head? Okay, hold on. Give it back.
Okay.
It's got googly eyes on it.
Can I eat it?
No.
Is it wearable?
Yes.
Is it a bra?
No.
Is it a bracelet?
No.
Is it a ring?
No.
Is it eyelashes?
No.
Could I eat it?
You already asked that. No. I mean, technically, if you wanted to eat
Have I used this before?
Yes. If you wanted to eat it, you could pretty much, we've gone down this road with My Strange Addiction. You can eat anything, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Is it a makeup product?
No.
Is it a underwear?
Is it a underwear? No, it is not a underwear.
Is it something that I use daily?
It could be used daily, yes.
Is it a tampon?
No. Do you use those every day?
I'm using it right now.
Oh, well, right now, but not every day. That would be weird. You need to go to the doctor.
Is it a jewel?
No.
Is it a...
It's handcrafted.
Is it a bowl?
No. You can't wear a bowl. I mean,
well,
if you wanted to. I wear
is it a...
Long pause.
Is it a hair... satchel? A hair scrunchie? I don't know what it's called.
What is a hair satchel? What do you do?
I don't know.
I haven't
used it. Is it a hair scrunchie?
It is not a hair scrunchie.
Is it for your hair?
No.
Is it for your face?
No.
Is it for your tits?
Possibly, yes. Your tits go in it.
Is it a shirt?
Yes.
Is it a SpongeBob shirt?
No, but you guessed shirt, so I think I can let her open it now, right?
Is it SpongeBob?
It's not SpongeBob.
It's SpongeBob.
Is it a hair satchel?
I don't know.
She said no bugs, but they're not real bugs. They're I was like, I'm not letting her get away with no bugs. They're plastic cockroaches, and I laid them right on the wrapping paper. I'm gonna hold your mic because you're gonna need to like hold it up and then hold it and see the front side first and then the back side. Now I'm crying. I'm sweating and crying, and I think I peed a little. Wait, laugh into your microphone. Show them how funny it is.
I can't. No, I'm gonna die.
This gift comes with a story. I'm gonna move the tissue because it's loud.
Okay, so this comes with a story because this is a long-running joke since what, July?
Yeah.
You made this. There's this.
No, I made
exist.
it.
Okay.
Yeah. So you tell the story. I'll show them. I'll show them as you're talking.
So we were in our minivan in, I think it was Boston, and we were listening to the radio, and Bruce Springsteen comes on, and we're in the car. And that fucking song, and it's like, hey, little girls are daddy home. And I was in the backseat. I was like, hey, that's a little bizarre, don't you think?
That's super inappropriate.
And everyone was like, yeah, that's fucking. And then we were like dying. So like that was our whole inside joke that whole trip, where we're just like, hey, little girls are daddy home.
And we would sing it to the point like nobody else except for us in the car.
It was like
Cameron was annoyed
we were
by
in
us.
public, and people were like, fuck you.
Well, the song isn't called Hey Little Girls Your Daddy Home. The song's called like, On Fire.
Yeah.
By Bruce On Fire.
But you listen to it and you're like, this is weird.
So it's essentially the opening line is, hey, little girl, is your daddy home? But he says it in like just like a country kind of like
I can't wear this in public.
No, I know. It's like a sleep shirt.
I can't wear that to sleep. I'm going to like...
So we started talking.
I cannot wear this anywhere. I'm going to have to frame it and put it in Applebee's. Like, what am I supposed to do with this?
So I was like, what? So we're like, okay, it has to be something like handmade or like you have to really think about it. And I was like, what can I make Ashley? And it was like 2 solid days where I was stressed.
Yeah.
I'm like, she's going to come up with something
and I
really
you
cool.
A baby leg.
She gave me a baby leg and an x-ray. And she's going to come up with something super cool and like thought out. And I'm going to have like a Christmas mug. So I was thinking, and then I have one of those, I have a Cricut. So I was like, I'm going to make her something. And I'm going to make her something unique that you can't get anywhere else. And I was like, I'm going to make her a shirt, but what could I put on the shirt that's like funny? And it's only funny to us.
It's only, I can only wear this next year on our trips because like if I wear this in public, I'll get shot.
So the whole premise of the song is like, in this day and age, it's very inappropriate.
Yeah.
Like the lyrics sound very inappropriate, but it's not him talking about a little girl. He's talking about like his love interest. But
it was funny at the time because we were just, I think we had a lot of like liquor in us or something. I don't know.
We did. I don't think we have any excuse.
I did. But then it was like it came on again that other time.
It was like a lot of times during that trip.
And it was like a Boston thing.
Song.
No, me either.
Never.
I lived in Boston. I never fucked with
Cameron,
that shit.
Had you heard that
like,
song before? So
because you're old, but it's to young blokes like us. We don't casually listen to Bruce Springsteen.
No, I like a good Bruce Springsteen song, but I'd never heard that song. And I think the thing is like it's the very first line, so it's kind of a thing like once the song gets going, he doesn't say that again.
It jars you.
It does, but to the point where we would be out in public, like you're saying, and we just like
we would say it. We were at like Primark, and I would like look at Abe and be like, "Hey, look, I'm ready."
We would like, text each other, and when like it's like one of those things we would try to catch each other off guard. But there was one night, it was was it Ryan?
Yeah,
with Ryan. He's our friend Ryan.
Poor bless his soul.
He came to hang out, and we're in the minivan.
We were waiting for him to come out of his shop, and like
it was late.
It was like as soon as he shut the door and got in, the song came on, and we all flipped out, and he had no idea what was happening.
He was like silent and was looking at us like we were crazy because he had no idea.
Yeah, I think he was trying to start a conversation, and we were just like, what?
No, that's what it was. He was talking, and we completely
lost our
shit. And he was like, what the fuck is going on?
He thought
it's a long story.
Yeah.
Because we laughed over the part of the song that was the funny part. So like he couldn't hear what was happening.
He didn't know who was home.
No, Daddy
but
was
not us.
Daddy
mentally.
was not home.
Daddy was not home.
So I'm glad that you liked your gifts.
I don't know where I can wear this, but
you could wear it to sleep.
I will with just nothing else. Just a tube top.
Playing the song.
Yeah.
I expect an Instagram story with you wearing a shirt.
My green ass out.
Your green milky.
Shaking like gelatin.
Oh man. So we still have a little bit of time until Christmas. Is there anything that like Christmassy that you like to do? Like that's a tradition or anything?
No.
I thought you were going to come up with something profound. No.
Well, like usually what I do is like because I don't go anywhere because I like live far yonder out here and I just like take like a few days and I like paint and stuff. So I'm like kind of excited.
Crafty.
I'm excited to sleep until 6 a.m. instead of 5 a.m.
Yeah, you're crazy.
And then like oil paint or something.
I do have to say that to me, it's like a double-edged sword. I love the holiday time where it's like, can sleep in, take a nap, you can relax. There's like holiday breaks. But I also am the type of person like you that needs to be doing something. So the fact that everyone like shuts down around the holidays kind of drives me crazy.
I don't like to like eat a meal and then conk out to a football game. Like I want to like make shit.
No. We should have a Halloween
party on Christmas.
A holiday like crafting thing where we drink eggnog.
I already invited you.
Oh, you did? That's right. We are doing that.
We are doing that.
So I'll bring something.
Yeah, something drinkily festive.
Drinkily festive. Do you like this or do you not? What do you rate this?
Congealing. I just would like a whole cup of Kraken.
Well, there's that. I mean, we can make that happen. Well, how did this happen so quickly? I could have swore this was like
it was 3/4 full when I got here.
Yeah, we did some damage.
We done goofed.
So we're gonna our new holiday.
Holiday.
That's what happens when that much rum goes away.
We holla drinking.
We holla drinking. Lots of Kraken. New holiday tradition of doing spooky things, spooky crafts. Maybe I'll bring my leg over and we'll paint it.
Yeah, so it'll take all of 2 seconds. Paint just the nails.
Just the toenails. I'm going to give it black. It has toenails.
I have canvases. We're going to paint things.
I have some cool black canvases. All
I have is black paint.
Oh. I'll bring black canvases.
I had this, like, someone was super disappointed because she came over. It was my friend, and I love her to death. And she came over to paint pumpkins, and all I had was black and white
pumpkins?
paint. Paint pumpkins. All we had was black and white paint because I was like, I have paint, and then I realized I only paint in monochrome.
Well, I mean, that still works.
And then I
right?
had glitter glue.
Oh, I'll bring like I'll bring some paints, and I have black canvas. I have like. I just found them. I have little baby ones and then like big ones.
I have thick boys.
And I was like, what am I going to do with all these black canvases? But now they found a reason. So that will be we can show off our creations after on the next episode.
We will.
Anything else that you have to add
No.
to this? No, I'm done talking.
I'm done talking about Christmas.
So
Actually,
what?
is your daddy home?
you laughed so hard when you pulled out that shirt. That's all I wanted. I was like, I just want her to laugh really hard. And I feel like I accomplished it. Because
nothing makes me laugh lately because I'm the funniest motherfucker in the room usually.
Well, you know what? Look what I just did.
I'm glad you spelled "your" right.
What
Some
if
people would be like,
"Hey, little girl, is you are
daddy home?" Yes, you are daddy is home.
Just so you know, I hope you approve of that font
I
and
love
the glitter.
Font. It looks like Garamond, but I'm not positive.
It was not Garamond.
All
it was
caps.
It was an A font because it was at the beginning, and I was like, I don't have time.
Is it Myriad Pro?
No, it was an A font.
Oh,
or no, maybe you're right. Maybe it was an M font. I don't know. It was in the Cricut thing. It was a preloaded. But the question mark is Times New Roman because that font had a stupid question mark.
See,
Cameron did not approve. It was a swirly thing. He's like, that question mark's ugly.
We have to make Daddy proud. Whoever Daddy is, which I think is Mando right now.
It's a Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And Baby Yoda is the baby.
Baby Yoda is like a sorry.
So then when you wear your shirt in public, people are like, what is that? You're like, oh, it's about the Mandalorian.
Yeah. Daddy.
Baby Yoda.
Daddy's
and then you could carry
Daddy's
Baby Yoda.
on a distant planet, but he'll come back for me.
Are you caught up?
Yes.
Oh, do you see the one from, oh wait, there's one tonight. Right?
I'm not caught up then. No.
Yeah. Well, technically it was midnight last night or
no, then I'm not
tonight.
caught up.
So we have one. Maybe we'll watch it after.
Maybe.
Okay, so I think that will do it for this episode of Let's Get Spooky and all of our Christmas spooky goodness. So you can watch all of our videos at letsgetspooky.com. You can download us on iTunes and you can listen on Spotify. So thanks, Fiends, for joining us for this episode of Let's Get Spooky. I'm Leanna Vamp.
And I'm Ashley.
And don't forget to stay spooky.